Game 2 on stage 2 at this year's Players' Championship Finals concerns Andrew Gilding and Dom Taylor. Goldfinger returning to the venue of his finest hour, winning the 2023 UK Open, a last leg decider against Michael van Gerwen. Some might say that he's not exactly kicked on since then, because to this day it still remains his only title in PDC darts. He's never won a Players' Championship event. He's come close in European Tour events, got to the final of one this year before being walloped by Gary Anderson. But Andrew Gilding certainly has game. Sometimes you don't exactly know which version of Gilding turns up, which makes this game rather appetising. Now, in case you are unaware from that walk-on, Dom Taylor does hail from the southwest of England. The Bristolian is making his debut in the Players' Championship Finals, was due to make his debut last year, did have to serve a suspension, but he has put that behind him now, and he has performed very admirably on the floor, a running average of around the 95 mark. And when you couple that with the fact that he's not even qualified for a single European Tour event this year, you would say that Dom Taylor is one of the most baffling examples, one of the most enigmatic darts players out there. It is an interesting game ahead. And just before we touch on the darts, Nico, that walk-on of Dom Taylor's rather tickled you, didn't it?
Big fan. Huge fan of that one. Want to hear it and see it more. But it's entirely up to Dom as to how many times we hear and see it. Now that he's made the stage here at Minehead, and he is playing here for the first time in this tournament, let's see what he can do, because he is a very dangerous player. And interestingly, earlier this season he went through this process of trying to get the darts to stack the other way, but he's gone back to his original methodology of getting them to stand up upright
100
in somewhat the same way as Goldfinger does.
I think if you want to know what this game is likely to be like, don't expect it to be 180 laden. Dom Taylor is a very consistent player in terms of whacking in tons, ton 40s. He keeps the darts incredibly straight, but I think because of the way he throws them, because of his equipment setup, he can't hit as many maximums. And you look at Gilding's darts, they're incredibly bulbous, so fitting 3 of those in treble 20 for him is more difficult than most.
Yeah, let's not forget about the flight shape as well, because all of the biggest scorers in the world, they tend to have quite big flights. The catchment of the flights that Taylor has is very small, so they don't grab the point in the barrel as much. He's got to be very accurate with that setup because they fly very fast.
60.
Yeah, the smaller the flight, the less drag there is through the air. So if he gets it wrong, that dart could go here, there, and everywhere.
Correct, which makes him an incredible technician with a really pure throw. There are not many people who can throw those things. He started pretty steadily here. Should get his first dart at a double in his next visit.
83. Dom requires 64.
Let's see what he fancies. If you like tops, it's going to be treble 8. If you like 8s, it's going to be treble 16. Tops it is.
44.
I'm not entirely sure if he wanted that single 8.
I think he was hedging his bets almost. Just aim for that segment, you will get a dart at double. Gilding needed treble 20 to have a go at double 19.
58. Dom requires
But Dom will return. Eyes up double 10. First blood to the Bristolian, and a little bit like in the game we've just seen, Bradley Brooks and Martin Lukeman, the first leg is a break of throw. Is it a sign of things to come?
Yeah, Bristolians have graced the Minehead stages before, of course, likes of Steve Brown and Mark Dubbridge.
100.
And our good friend Chris Mason, of course, who has been a broadcaster at this tournament ever since it came here in 2012, because this is the 18th running
70
of the Players' Championship Finals. But this is the 13th at Minehead. We've had 4 venues: the Circus Tavern, the Doncaster Dome, Minehead,
100.
and the year where we went to Coventry just the once. I think sometimes the head-to-head records between players can
60.
skew what we think might happen. But after what happened with Brooks and Lukeman, now Brad is 4-0 up on Smash. Can we ignore the fact that Dom Taylor has beaten Gilding twice of their 3 meetings?
140.
I'm not sure we can ignore it because this is a slow start from Andrew.
You can take crumbs of comfort from the fact that their last meeting was in July. Gilding won that, averaging a ton as he brandishes the thumb for the first time. And we hope not the last.
But it didn't get him to a finish. The right shot is Bull. That's worked out so well. Showing a bit of comfort on the stage there, Dom. Didn't panic. Asked referee Charlie Costafine what was left and figured out that Bull was the right call.
100. Dom, you require 32.
That classic purse of the lips from Taylor. Looking for a very difficult double 8.
16.
And this is the opening that Gilding was hoping he was going to get.
Chance for Gilding to level up, treble 17. Needed to just go a bit to the right.
Dom, you require 60.
To leave double 16.
And Bradley Brooks had a bit of trouble on double 16 towards the end of his match. But Taylor's got no problem with double 8.
Thirdly, it's Andrew to throw first.
Great deal of people come to Minehead in March for the UK Open and for the PCF in November.
120.
From all over the place they convene on Northern Somerset. But there are quite a lot of locals who are singing along to that Combine Harvester walk-on music. And it might not just be Ryan Searle who gets a bit of treatment as the home favourite here this weekend. Dom Taylor might if he puts a bit of a run together.
Yeah, we've got a few local boys here. Dom Taylor, and then Ryan Searle will get the home support against Darren Beveridge. Likewise, Glastonbury's Justin Hood goes up against Damon Hetter.
I think, geographically speaking, Justin is the closest. It's about 26 miles to Glastonbury from here. Word to the wise, if you are going to have a thriving pro career living in Minehead, whereas it would be beneficial twice a year, for the rest of the year it would be quite difficult.
85.
And this one is going the way of Taylor so far. Gilding needs to get a hold of him before something happens to him akin to what's happened to Rob Cross 60. On the main stage, because the former world champion has been outed by Sebastian Białecki 6-2.
Treble 19. Finds it. Double 19.
117.
At least he can breathe and come back. Looks like he's going to be under a little bit of pressure. More than a little bit. So what does Gilding do? He is a tops merchant. He can't leave tops. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. He's in the game. He's had a pretty steady floor season as Andrew. 4 semi-finals and a quarter-final. It's not bad. And that's not bad either. Gives it the full Bob Anderson. Another Bristolian.
Yeah. A lesser spotted Dom Taylor Max.
43.
And if you've never been in the presence of Taylor, he's very, very tall, hence the nickname. So when he extends his right arm like that, he's probably beyond halfway on the oche.
140.
But if he's going to rekindle this pointing at the board for the 1-8, I'm fully on board with it.
Be interested to see what his reach would be if he was a boxer.
Stick him in the NFL Combine.
140.
They'd want him as a cornerback.
NFL Combine Harvester. Moving swiftly on. Dom Taylor very comfortable in this fourth leg.
3 words I didn't expect to hear today. NFL Combine Harvester. 3-1 lead for Taylor. Conceivable.
95.
And very likely now, considering where Gilding is again, trailing in the scoring stakes for 3 of the 4 legs we've played. Double 18.
Game shot on the fourth.
Absolutely brilliant from Dom.
Taylor. Fifth leg, it's Andrews to throw first. Game on.
That is a double he likes, double 18. So it made perfect sense to go the 16s route on 84 with Gilding. Way back on 2-2-3.
So why do you think Taylor hasn't qualified for Europe this year? Or any ET events? Now, we spoke off the air trying to surmise
130.
why it's happened. Because what they do these days is they have a couple of Players' Championship events, then the qualifiers are done the day after. They used to hold them the day before a Players' Championship cluster, and some people used to prefer doing it on day 1 as opposed to day 3. I just wonder if that is a sign that when you play 2 days in a row you can do that, but 3 might be just a little bridge too far.
140.
Not to mention they're very hard.
And especially as on day 3, you've had a couple of long days of darts anyway. Say you get knocked out in round 1, you still got to hang around the venue. You might have to wait another 3-4 hours before you're even playing again. So it can be difficult to get the preparation right for these European Tour qualifiers. But it really makes very little sense, because it's not only qualifying for the European Tour, it's the fact that he's not even being called up off the reserve list, which means he's not getting far enough in the qualifiers.
That is very much a next year problem now.
99. Dom, you require 84.
This is just about having a sweet repeater. He's going to need double 7. And that is critical for his confidence. He stops Gilding from getting another shot at a double, or indeed even getting a sniff at that big out that he left. And Taylor is cruising with some really good finishing here.
Same number, but different double. He's starting to zip along, isn't he?
100.
Yeah, this is a proper performance. He's averaging 109. I'm getting Nico Springer vibes from the UK Open. But we can't go any further without saying that Nico Springer's not even in this tournament, because he had to withdraw through illness. Hence why the barber Ryan Meikle was given a ticket into the tournament, even though he finished 65th in the list.
Yep, all hope is not lost if you finish in that position.
140.
Great news for Ryan Meikle, an extra $3,000 on the rankings table. And for Dom Taylor, he is projected to be 61st after the World Championship. Now, he will be going to Ali Pali, so he's got that money safely in the bank already, but there is a real chasing pack, so it's imperative that he does get a few wins here at Minehead, or at least one win at Ali Pali, and he should be secure on tour for next year.
And what's going to do your confidence the world of good? Taking out a former UK Open champion with a big performance on the stage, and that's exactly what he's doing to this point. This is the kind of performance that would worry most players who play on this stage over the weekend.
Saw the baby fish from Bradley Brooks. We won't see the big fish from Dom Taylor.
99.
Gilding has been under so much pressure in this game. Very much in the same way that Martin Lupin was against Bradley Brooks in game 1.
140.
If he doesn't get a look at 80, he will feel like he's going to lose this game. He's not getting looks at the outer ring because Taylor is cruising and feeling super confident on shots like this. Tops this time. But he takes a moment.
32.
Out of rhythm.
Andrew require 80.
That's probably the worst dart he's thrown all match.
Gilding will only get one, providing he stays straight.
Game shown.
That's all he needs.
Andrew Gilding.
Good darts from Andrew Gilding.
7:30 gets Andrew to throw first. Game on.
Andrew's best run in this tournament was last year. Made the last 16 but lost to Ross Smith, unfortunately by 10 legs to 1. That was a bit of a shellacking.
140.
But in his own words, when he made his first European Tour final in Wiesa in Belgium, he said, well, it's the best I've ever done, and I can't be disappointed with that. The best he's done in the PCF
100.
was last year. So don't focus on the 10-1 loss, focus on the fact he made the Saturday night.
It's a very positive and breezy way to look at darts. Good mindset.
140.
Couldn't agree more. There's enough negativity in the world and in sport. Sometimes you have to look at the glass half full. But I just wonder how much longer Andrew can bridge this gap of 10 points in the averages. It can be done, but from here on out, he's going to have to maintain this 95 average, if not up it by 5%, to give Taylor more problems.
Well, Taylor does have a problem here, in that he's more than 200 points behind Gilding. Less these three.
92. Andrew requires
Gilding with
81.
time. Doesn't need to faff around with the bullseye at the end of this 81 combination.
He won't mind that miss at treble 10 because he'd prefer to have tops than double 16 anyway. If you were to ask him honestly, would you rather have
140.
32 or 40, he'd say 40 every time. Doesn't matter how many darts he's got. Just try and caress that barrel. Just like that. And now Taylor is staring at Gilding in his rear view mirror.
Winner of this will take on the aforementioned Heta or Hood at one of the final games coming up this evening.
Could be a local derby in the next round then. Hood against Taylor.
140.
Same quarter of the draw as Ryan Searle as well.
So the dream match on the Reds Bar stage on stage 2 is the guy who's got a brand new combine harvester against the guy who wants a Chinese restaurant. Keep things nice and simple in the Southwest, don't they? They know exactly what they want. Win more matches, you might even get it.
100.
Well, Justin Hood does win the Players' Championship finals. He'll be able to afford plenty of prawn crackers and chop suey.
And his feet will be very, very happy. Oh, that's not going to make Dom happy at all.
120.
But I like that resilience. That could have been a bad visit, and he's turning it into a decent one.
Just going back to the potential of Taylor Hood, you'd be hard-pressed to find a darting matchup with a bigger height disparity.
100.
Andrew agrees, but he doesn't want Taylor to play Justin Hood. Goldfinger wants a crack at Happy Feet himself. And that is the first semblance of a smile that we've seen from Gilding all game. Is he starting to churn here? A possible break of throat.
Wasn't looking likely a few minutes ago. Has to go 12 this time. Now has to go bullseye.
56. Tommy require 88.
After all the good that Gilding's done, that one miss at the bull could cost him dear. Taylor's looking for a roadblock on the bull himself.
63.
He gets closer.
Andrew required 25.
Both players have missed the bullseye. Who can tidy up 25 best? 1 double 12, the route for Gilding.
One.
Can't take advantage.
Dom, you required 25.
Tried with all his might, but couldn't squeeze one into double 12.
Same route. Different result.
Dom Taylor. Ninth leg, it's Andrew to throw first. Game on.
There's a reaction there from Dom because he could feel Gilding getting very close to him. Critical part of the match. And Taylor now only needs one more from 3 attempts to get through to the next round in his first showing in this tournament.
It's a mini rot stopper because Gilding was on the brink of winning 3 in a row. And it would have been for a break as well.
99.
We have to pay tribute to Gilding because even though it hasn't been his best floor season, it hasn't been anywhere close to his worst. And he still made the top 32 of the list. Now, if you do that, and these players do speak about this, Dan. They always say, if you make the top 32, I would have made it when this tournament started. Because it used to be only 32 players who would qualify. Then they expanded it to 64. Which we're very happy about now.
Certainly are. Variety is the spice of life.
Twice as many players as that will be going to the Palace
60
in just a couple of weeks.
All of whom starting in round 1. Me like.
You can't see it, but Dan McCarthy right now is rubbing his hands together with a somewhat evil smile.
56.
None of this starting in round 2 stuff.
Make them work for it. Gilding should be working on treble 19 really with 271, but he is an old school player in how he approaches board management.
140.
Gets to 140 anyway, gets to a finish.
Every time we bring that up, they always leave the finish anyway, but you don't want to leave 131. Are you going to leave 66? That was a powerful last start.
80. Andrew require 131.
Treble 13 or 17. Now there's an
91.
argument there for Gilding to go
Don't
treble
require
17 first start,
66.
then he's got 2 darts at tops. Means there's less switching and he can be on his favourite double. But it might not matter. Double 18. We've seen Dom Taylor hit this once. That's a happy accident.
Yeah, but he takes another pause. Last time he did this, he missed the double by a margin.
50. Andrew required 40.
2 match darts missed by Dom Taylor. Can Gilding extend this game?
Game shot.
He certainly can. He is battling away, is Andrew Gilding.
10th leg, it's Dom to throw
And he's
first.
battled towards a 10th leg. Taylor has the darts to serve it out for a 6-4 win. He loses this leg. Gilding becomes favourite. Imperative he gets off to a good start.
I think it's a good thing that he had those 2 darts for the match in a leg where he did not throw
60.
first. You can look at those darts as bonus opportunities to win, but now the pressure changes in a matter of seconds now that you are throwing first. You've got to take that advantage.
140.
Gilding's having none of it. Got a very rigid right leg, has Dom. Locks that right knee.
140.
Not necessarily a great thing to do for the longevity of your game, but what it does allow you to do is stay still throughout dart 3. And he's got very long limbs.
140.
Look at that, it looks hyperextended.
Exactly. He's not going to move on dart 3 because he can't.
100.
God help those ACLs.
Gilding's doing a very good job here. Back-to-back 140s. He would love another.
140.
Oh, this is class. If Taylor wants to win this 6-4, he's going to need Gilding to miss Oh, and Taylor hasn't missed.
67. Andrew requires
What a game this is turning out to be.
It could turn out to be the most pointless 177 Dom Taylor's ever thrown. 12-0 treble for Gilding. That leaves the bull to take us all the way.
56.
That might be the final dart that Andrew Gilding throws.
Dom, you require 24.
Match dart number 3. None of them could find the target, and he knew the last one wasn't going to make it. Gilding never changes plan. He's got double 12. And he's got his 5th leg.
Andrew Gilding.
Now how does Dom Taylor react after missing match darts in 2 legs?
Game on.
Andrew Gilding is one of the most mild-mannered people in darts, but he's playing like an assassin now.
I know what you mean. He's the kind of assassin that kills you with kindness. He'll smile at you when it's 5-5 and shake your hand. It's like he's trying to kill you with a basket of puppies.
Dom Taylor was 4-1 up, and the only darts Andrew Gilding had at double were in the leg that he won. It looked inconceivable that Goldfinger was going to make a comeback, but Goldfinger is a major champion.
100.
Why should we not expect a comeback?
Do we need to coin the phrase of our commentary colleague Chris Murphy, who said that Andrew Gilding and Goldfinger's got the minehead
60.
touch? The man with the minehead touch? Fantastic. If he wins this game 6-5, he really will feel like he's got the minehead touch.
140.
He needs to fill this up. Don't leave it short.
140.
He gave it a chance.
Andrew require
But for the first time,
164.
this result is not in his hands.
These are professional sportsmen, so every loss will be hard to take in its own right, but this will feel particularly bruising for Taylor, given how comfortable he was earlier in the match, and given he's had 5 chances to win it.
But does he get another look?
Andrew require 104.
Old school Gilding, is it going to be treble 20? Oh. That's a stroke of luck. Treble 17.
Maybe Taylor is better equipped to win this match on a combination like this instead of 3 darts at a double. Oh. That's not good. He's got 1 dart at the bull to win. It might be the only one left to get over the line.
30.
Well, Dom Taylor livid with himself. Now, the rationale for going for the 14s was treble leaves double, so it's not too much adjusting. I don't know whether that was the most sensible choice, though, from Dom Taylor.
29.
He has not yet been punished because Gilding misses a match dart of his own.
40.
He's going to feel like he's in a mixer right now. Can he manage his emotions and finally get over the line?
20.
The answer is no, and even Gilding can't believe it.
Andrew require 40.
Drama in Red's bar. And Gilding finally swats Dom Taylor aside.